This is your daily market recap for Thursday, March 3rd, 2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market recap for Thursday, March 3rd, 2022. Let's get into it. As always, start on the Discord room. If you got questions, thoughts about this video, just want to chat about certain stocks, have ideas about things, link is in the description below. Today was kind of one of those days where we talked about this pop. We said early in the morning, again, if you notice on a post on Twitter, we did not trust this pop this morning. I talked about taking some profits, leaders leading, took off some more IWM this morning, 205, don't trust it, could be wrong, got a quarter left. Typically today was bullish, but we're going into the jobs number. People do be aware, though, that typically March is seasonally bullish if you check the Stock Traders Almanac. And on that note, let's move forward. Again, today didn't end up being too technically bad, but I mean, if you look at the ceasefire, I have no clue what's going to happen in Russia. Don't try to overthink it. Bitcoin, we talked about this level is probably going to be a problem. It seems to be. High and tight is fine. You know, what level should you, how tight should your stops be? It's really tough to know because unless you're in the trade, you feel the heat, the emotion of it. I would just say know where you got in and what you know, if you took some off at the highs, great. You can always rebuy. If you're not sure, again, have a plan. Wait for the pullbacks, play it accordingly. It's tough. I mean, it's if you got a winner, you got to let it run, but also you never surprise when things pull back to retest levels. Their market does that a lot. TLT, we talked about yesterday's action, like close at the lows, nice gap up, and again, the 20-day just could not get over it. Inside day, not a ton really to say. The dollar, we talked about yesterday's action looked bearish, but then look what happens, you gap up, make it higher high. So at this point, that seems to be bullish. Dollar is continuing to rise. The VIX, I did a tweet on this, said the 31 level is key. We closed right under it. So funny, because if it closes below it or it collapses, I think you got the 20-day. Somewhere in this 27 range would seem very obvious short term. The SPY, we talked about this morning. I did not trust the action posted. The 20-day, if you check, you check the 20-day on all the stocks. Sorry, I got a text that was important. I just didn't trust it. You know, breaking the trend line the day before big news, I just don't trust it because that seems like a trap. All the buyers who are chasing in might be wrong. Let's keep an eye on this one. Again, I'm not really bearish, but I'm also not bullish chasing. Like, that's why when we get IWM, I'll show you why I sold. QQQ, same thing. You hit up the 20-day. Now, again, if you're on the Discord room, you saw these posts early in the day, and you're not surprised by the action being lower. IWM, had in my mind, I'm like, listen, if we get like to 205, we retest yesterday's highs, I will just take the money. We got back below the 20-day. I guess you could have rebought. I'm going to let what I have ride, and if we pull back deeper, I'll add back. I mean, I'm looking at the 198 area to 192. That's a wide range, but I'm just not chasing, hence why I'm also not fully invested. And if it goes higher, great. I mean, easy money's been made. I mean, short term, it could get choppy and sloppy. We don't know if it's coming back to the lows or about to break out. You can trade it accordingly. If you're around, you can buy the breakout. If you see it and confirm it intraday on the hourly, that's what it is. Gold, I mean, it's like a broken record every day. I mean, it's just making higher lows and holding up. That candle will get invalidated by going lower or going higher at some point. Again, let's look at the monthly. Talk about it. Broke the cup and handle bottom. Let me expand this because I think people need to see it. It's worth saying a little stronger, more aggressive. 14. There you go. You can't miss it. Cup and handle. Broke the monthly trend line. Every day is not going to be up. Just leave it alone, man. Sometimes just let your winners run. Silver is breaking the monthly downtrend. It held old support in this blue zone. Clearly obvious. If you can't see that, then I maybe need glasses. Again, I'm not against people with glasses. It just means you're not trying to see it. You know, you're trying to see what you want to see versus what's really happening. You know, like I'm trying to think of like a trend line up here. You need to get back over 2340, and it seems to be holding tight here. If it pulled back to the 200-day, I still would not be that worried about it. I'd be aggressively buying with a tight stop. The GDX action looks good. I mean, we own Nugget. That looks fine. I mean, again, we're getting close to invalidating that candle. Be aware the downtrends are breaking on the monthly. When downtrends break on the monthly, you know what you need to do typically is leave it alone for months. And now, again, not always, but Same thing on the GDXJ. I mean, you're getting there. 20 months going to be an issue for this guy sucker, but I mean, you just let shit run. You know, when you got a winner, you let it run. I mean, GDXJ, though, is breaking this little... I mean, I have this... I wouldn't say a precise downtrend, but you can see it. I mean, it's very clear. I'm going to change it to a solid green because when it gets over it should be green. We're over it. So keep it simple. I mean, let's run through the minors. Again, if you have winners, know what's leading. I say this over and over again. I'm like a broken record. What's working, stick to it. What's not working, be scared. AEM, KL, whatever it is now. We talked about the 20-day, 50-day. That was a good buy, holding up at this point. Don't be surprised if we come back to the trend line. That would not be a surprise. AG, another one, 20-day, 50-day buy, nice pop. Needs to really get over this low 12s. I mean, it seems very obvious. I mean, now that if you're following long enough, you can see like what you're looking for. If you have a trade, you need to know the confirmation and what is next. And that's the next launch point. You get over it, should get to the 200-day. If you get over the 200-day, should get back probably up into the 14. It's a nice potential here. I mean, you'll see it in other stocks, and we talked about the potential and where they went or where they're going and where they're from. 200-day, same thing. In the past, we talked about breaking this like little down, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I think you could probably make it like that. Yeah, it looks way better. That's, to me, interesting. Just get over the 200-day, but if it holds high and tight, that's not bearish. Oh, I am high-fiving myself for this one. X, man, we talked about this. You know, you bought it on the 20-month. They're in the teens, low 20s. You are now at 30.81. However, do be aware. Let me drag this guy over. You are coming into resistance, meaning this could take a break here. Now, if it fails up here, I wouldn't be surprised if the volume's kicking. I mean, keep in mind, months. Be aware. Just be aware. If we break the downtrend, bullish on the monthly, but we'll probably get there and test it. So that's 34. Straight line move. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, but that's the kind of shit. I mean, materials are going to start acting like tech stocks. Do not be surprised of that. Just don't be. Oh, VALE. Talked about this one. It's whole channel low if you bought it at 20-day. Congratulations, making higher highs. Just, I don't know. Again, if the longer something runs higher, maybe you take some off, but these charts look fine to me in the sense that they're all coming off of big bases. Again, another big base. Like this thing has been basing up, channeling, channel, breaking the downtrend. Now, you didn't really get confirmation today, but high and tight is fine. I'll repeat myself. High and tight is fine. Let's get into tech, which I've been warning people stay away from. Just not acting well. Hits the trend line, backs off at the 200-day. I mean, I don't even know why I review these sometimes. I get other people that are trapped in it. They just want to told it's going to be okay. I just don't know that. 20-day, not working. Roblox. I think this thing has value to get bought out, but it's just can't get off the pavement. Can't get off the ground. Where's MicroStrategy? MicroStrategy, if Bitcoin's starting to pull back, MicroStrategy should. I mean, we talked about the 50-day, now it's failing. 20-day, keep an eye on it. RIVN, I mean, coming right back to the lows. I mean, do you see the problem here with tech? And if you own tech, you're just like, the market sucks. If you own other parts of the market, you're like, oh, market's great. 20-day, couldn't get over it. 200-day. I mean, think about where these charts are. Like, Valley's up here, coming from lower left to upper right. Tech is high left, lower right. That's the problem if you're owning this stuff. It could be like that for a while. And like, stocks don't always go up, man. If you have ever lived through a bubble, when it bursts, you better not hold. PENN, this needs to hold the 20-50-day cross. Really simple. UTHR, we talked about. This is very interesting. Like, gap down on earnings, right back at the gap down. Like, it, of course, there's going to be some sellers here, but if it gets back over this 180, I mean, it could get right back into the 194, 200 range. Pronto. Rapido, amigo. 20-day, I'd like EXPI. Don't chase it. I've never said once chase it. I said wait, know the levels, buy it, and if you buy it and you get stopped out, fine. I like it down here. Send it on Exxon and XOP as we always do. Getting choppy, a lot of dojis. Now, again, I'm not bearish oil, but I'm also not buying it up here. I mean, these have been on some, this thing went from 29 to 120. I mean, the thing is on fire. It's channeling up. What did we say? Watch the upper trend channel bound. It might take a break. think ultimately it could get up a little higher. I think you would not be surprised by the 134s. If you check, do I still have it drawn? Yeah, 100-month and the IPO price. Time machine, yep, it's IPO price. Watch that. ExxonMobil, I've said, I want to buy it here in the 72 to 70 range. We broke out after a pretty straight line move. I would not be surprised if it back tested that trend line. However, it is just holding up. I mean, it's just, again, one of those things where the first top is really hard. Like, this is where if you sold up here and you didn't buy any dips, if you didn't catch the breakout, boom. But typically something chops before it drops. Is this a bigger chop before a drop, or is it reloading? It's a question when you have profits that's very fun to deal with versus, oh God, it's continuing lower. Again, if you like the market recaps, you like live trade alerts, educational videos, real estate stuff, check out the channel. Please subscribe, like, share. Really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys.
Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.